Alright guys, welcome to the channel. Today we got something uber cool. Uber? Is that a word? The Tamiya Avante 2011. Love this car, been after it for years. Bit of a backstory. The first time I got my first car was a Hornet, and then I got a Madcap, and when we went to shop to buy the Madcap, I remember seeing this like up on the wall, and I was in awe of it, the look of it. I mean, you've got to admit it is an iconic RC. So finally, 35 years later, finally got one. So here we go guys, everything's laid out. I feel lucky to build this one. Them iconic yellow wheels. Yeah, really looking forward to this one. I can't believe I'm finally getting to build an Avante. So the blister packs and the way it's just all presented to you. So we're going to move straight into step one, which is starting the rear gearbox. There you go, step 1 and 2 motoring. I was going to put a max 10 and a 4000 kV motor in this, but I think I'm just going to leave it stock because it's probably just going to sit on the shelf and look pretty anyway. So yeah, step 1 and 2 done. So now we're moving on to step 3, which is attaching it to the car, attaching it to the chassis. Yep. So in step 3, it suggests that you put glue around the edges, so that's what I've done on the top and lower deck of the chassis. Put some super glue around and then finished it off with black marker pen, so it's not that noticeable because super glue tends to turn white. So that's that done. Now we move on to step 3, which is get all that good stuff on there. So 3, 4 and 5 done. Just finished the front gearbox, I think. Yeah. Now we're moving on to step 6, which is attach it to the chassis. Step 6 is done, starting to look like something. Now we're moving on to step 7, which is making the diffs. Do that next. there we go, boys. Step 6, 7, 8 done. Diffs are a bit fiddly, really small gears in there, but it's yeah, it's interesting. I thought it'd be ball diff, to be honest with you. So I mean, I suppose it is a really old RC, so yeah, good stuff. Now we're moving on to step 9, which is get the front diff in. Do that next. And there you go, boys. That's step 10. Them quite substantial steering linkages. I mean suspension linkages. Next we're moving on to step 11, which is the centre differential. Get that done now. And there you go guys, there's step 10 all the way through to step 14 finished. There's a lot of stuff to put together on this RC. I feel like I've been going hours and it's like I haven't got anything to show for it. Next level stuff, I mean, you know, you can understand why it's such an iconic RC. So yeah, right. Now we're moving on to step 15, which is the rear stabilizer assembly. So we'll start on the rear end next. Yep. There we go boys, there's 15 through to 19 done, rear assembly on. That is impressive bit of kit. Look at the metal in that. It's probably the kind of stuff they use in animatronics and stuff. But yeah, that's impressive man. My mind is blown, really is blown. Right, now we're moving on to step 20, which is starting the front end. there you go, guys, that is absolutely crazy, the engineering and that. I mean, you'd expect it on the nitro or something, you know, something a lot heavier, but it is what it is. I thought it was going to be a bit stuck then, because putting the C-clips on, the 3mm C-clips on the bottom, I only had one and I needed two, but luckily Halfords had a sorted pack in for £8, so got them back on track. Now we're moving on to step 23, which is starting the front hubs and drive shafts. Do that next. there you go, boys, that's the steering done. It's just so amazing. It is amazing how it does things. I mean, you've got to remember what other RCs were like around this time period, and then this come out all metal, but it's just like, you know, it's mad. I am honestly blown away by it. Let's do the shocks. So there we go guys, it's finished, shocks are on, electrics in. I am over the moon. I'm so happy I've got one of these now in the fleet. Build's gone alright. It's a bit tricky, like it's not your average Tamiya build, obviously, like. But yeah, take your time. So now we'll go on to the wheels. So we'll be getting the tyres on, and then the wheel locking mechanism. So when I come back, they'll be on. And there you go, boys and girls. It's finished. I enjoyed that. Quite a challenging kit to build, but yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. Not much to say about it really. I mean, I've said it. You've seen how I've kind of like been in awe with it all the way through. Yeah. So let's see what she sounds like. Hopefully, there's no hidden gremlins in there. Wow. That sounds super smooth. Yeah, so just got to set the trim on it. Yeah. Right, let's get the body on it. I finished the body. I had one mistake on it and I tried to fix it with that Carson paint remover, but I don't think it's made for polycarbonate, so got a bit of paint bleed on the masking tape and used Carson killer, but it ruined the body. But luckily I've covered it with quite a nicely placed carbon fibre sticker. So let's get the body on. I mean, just look at it. The suspension's a bit questionable. Don't know why it's so high in the back. There isn't even any spaces in there, but I mean, look at it. Look at it. I enjoyed every single minute of that. The end result is just mind-blowing. I'm so happy I've got one. Yeah. So all that's left to do is to do the driver, but I'm waiting for the right paints to come from Modelsport. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed it. If you made it this far, thanks for tuning in. Please drop us a like and subscribe if you're not already. Really helps the channel grow. Yep, let's get that driver done.